democracy, you say now. Democracy
now.
Democracy
now.
And when I say we want, y'all say justice. We want
justice.
We want
justice.
When I say let's get, you say free. Let's get
free.
Let's get
free.
The poem I'm about to share is something that's going to try to keep us focused during especially these moments where we need to persevere, where it's hard to believe, because New York can make it that way sometimes. Here we go. I spit this piece to keep me radical, because otherwise I might forget. Because when you've been chilling in New York for a little while, you're getting that hanging out, just doing you, first world mindset, and so I spit. I spit to kick my ass back to the broken down shack in the slums outside of Quito, Ecuador, where my cousin died from doing crack. I spit to slap me with the fact that every time I pay a tax, I help this government murder innocent people in Iraq. And there ain't nothing liberal or conservative about that, so take me back to West African villages where poverty pillages my boys like Al Mustafa, who I know are still living in utter desperation. Cause these are the people and places that should shape my political view. Not Fox or CNN, the New York Post, the Daily News, nah. I use reality to keep my politics in order. And if I feel a little moderate, I spit this trip down to the border, where over 1,500 of our people have made their graves in the last 3 years. I keep it radical for each of them and all our families' tears, and if it appears it to be radical, it's too intense for us to fit in, family, that is all the more reason for me to stand here spitting the peace that keeps me radical, because it's the same peace being demanded by the prisoners of Guantanamo. It's the peace Native Americans deserve when they fall alongside Geronimo. This is the piece of skin torn from a mother's limb when Lebanon got bombed, and the piece of porcelain that reminds her children of her now that she is gone. This is the piece of Muslim prayer calls and the piece of Christian psalms. It's the piece that keeps me sewn into the fabric of every sweatshop. It is the last piece of bread before the famine stole the whole crop. This is the little piece of genius my boys keep hidden under hoods. And this piece is to remind me it's not easy to be good. And I should be proactive, like families hustling in the hood, and always keep it moving, because doing nothing is not peace. Forget slamming for the score, this is my only way to breathe. Because the art is more than my release when my commander-in-chief is a slanderous thief, but I'm standing neck deep in the blood of my peeps, and I can't keep my head above water much longer. I spit to the dead, and I said in their honor to give me, and give me the peace to be stronger, and this is what they left. They left this breath in my lungs to be sung, where people are being murdered and poets are silenced by the state. I spit this piece to conquer hate. In streets and then in courtrooms, I would yell it in my cell until they throw me in the hole, and covered by their darkness, family, I will hold this piece of light that I have seen in children's eyes that reminds me why we fight. And from right here, I will spit the depth of it. My tears cry beside the desolate. And there ain't no amount of hours and no governmental powers that can sicken me with mediocrity or turn me to a coward, because radical means rebuilding the peace that they've devoured. And just in case y'all didn't hear me, let me spit it louder. I want peace from the Bronx to Baghdad to Sierra Leone. Peace for every man, woman, and child without a home. I want peace in Bolivia, Mexico, and Ecuador. Peace built on policies that stop keeping our people poor. I want peace on my block between us and the police. I want peace between America and the entire Middle East. I want peace so bad, but we need to want it more. We need to want it more than these weapons companies want war. And if y'all look, you're gonna see that in my eyes. They are bloodshot red, because real men are not afraid to cry, and I am not afraid to say, I believe peace is possible, but that is radical, my people. And radical means to the root. And if we got the courage to admit it, the root of peace is me and you. Remember, life Life should not be easy for any, while life is this hard for this many. So if I ever lose my radical point of view, please spit this piece to wake me up, and I promise I'll come back.